Which albums would you save? I'm asking this question because it was directed to me today and it was a hard one. I was asked this question by my wife. Um, Reason being, we were chit chatting about the LA fires that happened and the tragic that happened to those guys there. Our heart goes to those guys that are affected, guys. I'm still repeating myself. Which albums would you save? For me, it was a hard one. And when we got home, she said to me, um, let's just say 10 albums that you could save. And I said to them, to my wife and my kids, I mean, I've got CDs, I've got records. I don't know. I don't know what I would save. It's a hard one for me. And they were laughing. They said, no, okay, let's just say 10. And I said, no, 10, I don't know. Let's start with the records. And I went there. I couldn't stop at 10. I couldn't stop at 10 at all. I was like, no, I can't stop at 10. And they were laughing at me. And I said to them, let's just say, um, let's just say maybe albums that I can just be able to carry to save. I'm asking this question because let's just say this emergency that you could just save a bit of albums or whatever that you like. Which ones would you save? For me, the ones that I couldn't live without, it's a lot. And the albums that I just chose today that I want you to check out, it's free jazz. And not that free jazz, it's way more than my mainstream jazz that I like also. I'm thinking today I will start with the free jazz albums that I can just save only on records. Then the other channels will be on the CDs that I could save on free jazz. Guys, I'm excited today and thank you so much for watching those videos, that past videos. This today's one is way exciting and I want you to watch with me and tell me what you think of the choices that I've done, even if it was a hard one. But these are the albums that I couldn't live without. They are not the best. Get me right. It's just albums that I couldn't live without. Albums that I my go-to albums whenever I feel like I want to listen to free jazz and stuff like that. I've got healthy albums that I left behind, so it was a hard one. So I chose 40, which means it's albums that I could carry in an event of emergency. Because 50 will be a lot. I won't be able to. But 40, I showed them when they were laughing at me. I said, can you see? This is the 40 that I would run around with. Like, I'll just show you. This is half of the 40 that I chose for today. So let's go through these albums that I chose to save today and tell me what you think of my choice. Um, Without even wasting time, and there's no order of preference in these albums. I just put them here randomly. These are the albums that I would really save. The first one is this one, Dollar Brand Gato Barberi, a beautiful album that was recorded in 1968. And I love this album a lot, a lot, a lot. It's those albums when I play, I just feel that energy that goes through these two guys. Beautiful, beautiful duet. Um, I would recommend it to all the free jazz lovers. And the second one is this one, Dudu Pukwana, uh, John Stevens. Also, it's a duet. It's called They Shoot to Kill. Khadebe. Khadebe is a Xhosa a clan name here in South Africa. So um, it's a beautiful duet. This one, very historical album that I would recommend also. I think it's recorded in 1987, Affinity Records. I'm not talking about the reviews, I'm just randomly picking them out. The third one is this one, Flip Wilson and Johnny Diani and Leo Smith. Fruits. This is the third album that I would save. Beautiful album, this one, guys. Beautiful free jazz. It was recorded, I think, in when was it recorded? 1978, North Sea Festival, 1978. Beautiful album, this one. I would recommend for you guys to get. The fourth one, oof, I love this album. Coral Rock, Archie Shepp. Coral Rock, Archie Shepp. Beautiful album, this one. Um, very deep, very emotional album, this one. He's got the likes of uh, Bobby Few on piano, Bobby Reed on bass, Clifford Fenton on valve trombone, Muhammad Ali on drums, Al Shorter, oh, brilliant trumpeter, this one. Al Shorter on flugelhorn, and Jibril on conga drums. I don't know this guy, Jibril on conga drums, and Austin Blue Werner on percussions, and Joseph Jaman on trumpet. Oh, I mean, we know Joseph Jaman on saxophones. On this record, he's on trumpet. Beautiful record, this one. Coral Rock. It's called Coral Rock. I think it's recorded in Europe. Which year was it recorded, this one? Uh, I don't know. It doesn't state at this moment, but it's a beautiful album, guys. The fifth one will be this one, Makaya and the Tsotsis. Makaya and the Tsotsis. Beautiful free jazz album, this one, by one of our own South African drama, Makaya Njoko. A beautiful album, this one. It was recorded in Germany. And here he's with Heinz Sauer, beautiful saxophonist. Heinz Sauer, I love him. Heinz Sauer, Bob Diggin on piano, beautiful pianist also. Isla Ekina on bass. I'm not familiar with Isla Ekina. Ekina, I hope I pronounce his name very well. And then that's Makaya Ntoko on drums. Beautiful album, this one. I wouldn't leave behind. And this one is the fifth. Sixth one is the sixth. Yeah, sixth one will be this one. I love this album. Frank Lou, Black Beans. This is a massive album, very intense, very intense album. This one, oh, and it was a gift to me by one of my mentors back in the days. I think around in the 90s. Beautiful album. I've been having this album, and I love this album. You know, whenever I play it, I think about my jazz mentor called Milano back in the days in the 90s. Beautiful album here with Frank Lowe on tenor sax, Joseph Jaman on soprano sax, alto sax, and then Rashid Sihan on drums, and then you get your The Wizard on violin. I'm not familiar with the Wizard, and William Parker on bass, and beautiful album. This one, it was recorded. When was it recorded? It was released. I don't know this one, but the beautiful. I would really recommend this album. I would really recommend this album. Beautiful album. That's the sixth album or seventh. Okay, and the next one will be this one. A beautiful David Murray album. Oh, this album is something else, guys. It's something else. Last of the Hitmen. Oh, I love this album. I love this album. Very deep album also. Very intense. And here he's got Butch Morris. David Murray is on tenor sax, and Butch Morris on trumpet. One of my favorite trumpeters also, Butch Morris or Butch Morris. Some people say Butch. I don't know if I'm right if I say Butch Morris. And then you get Johnny Diani, one of my favorite bassists ever that has lived in my South African bassist. And George Brown on drums. And this one was recorded in 1967, I think, yeah, in Bologna. Beautiful, beautiful album, this one, guys, that I would recommend to the free jazz lovers. Last of the Hitmen, David Murray. Oh, one of the albums I love that I can't. Oh, this album, guys, this album. A beautiful, beautiful Jacques Cousteau, a black suit, Jacques Cousteau on actual. This album, guys, takes me to, I don't know. This album is so brilliant. This is a brilliant album. This is a brilliant album, guys. I would really recommend it to those that doesn't have the free jazz lovers. Beautiful, beautiful album, this one. And yeah, he's got the likes of Jacques Kwasil is on trumpet, Arthur Jones is on alto sax, and Anthony Braxton, oh, contrabass clarinet. Eh, you know his solo. There's this solo somewhere here on this record. Anthony Braxton, one of my favorite rhythms, and then you get your Button Green also piano, one of my favorite pianists also Button Green on free jazz, and then Bob Guerin on bass. Bob Guerin on bass, beautiful bassist also this one. I'm not sure which country is he from. And then you get your Claudio Del Co on drums, one of the best drummer around, very underrated Claude Del Co, Del Clou, Claude Del Clou, very underrated, brilliant drama. This one I would really recommend it, guys. Get this album for yourself. And then I'm not sure how many are there here. Let me just count: one, two, three, four, five, six, seven, eight. I lost count. This is the ninth album. One of my favorites also. Dodo Guirend. Most people don't know this guy. Brilliant rhythmman also. I forgot the country he's from. Beautiful, beautiful saxophonist, Dodo, Dodo Guirend. I hope I pronounce his name very well. Beautiful album, this one, guys. It's called Chanting and Dancing. Chanting and Dancing. Beautiful album, this one. He's with Pierre Dodge on guitar, one of my favorite guitarists. I'll still come with the guitar albums that I like. Oh, and then you get your Johnny Mbizo Diani, wherever he is, he's just magical. And you get Sangoma Everett on drums, a beautiful, beautiful drummer also. And you get Sheikh T Fall on percussions. This one was recorded in Zurich Jazz Festival 1983. Beautiful album, these guys. I recommend it for the free jazz lovers. Please get yourself this album. Uh, is it the ninth one? The 10th one, beautiful album, the trio that I love. Beautiful, beautiful album, this one. It's called Time and Condition by Malik's Emerging Force Art Trio. Beautiful album, these guys, that I really recommend that you get yourself this album. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful album that that will take you somewhere. And these are albums that are underrated. Most people don't know this one when I play it for my friends when they are here. And here, this album is with Zimbabwe in Kenya. Zimbabwe in Kenya is bass, violin, and then Kwaim Shabazz on conga drums, and then you get Morris Malik King on alto saxophone, voice, small instruments. Beautiful trio, this one, guys. I recommend it for the free jazz lovers. Get yourself this copy. From which label is this? And it was recorded 1982. Beautiful album, this ones that I would recommend for yourself, guys. I hope this is the 11th one. The 11th one One of a very massive album, guys, that I really rate. I really love this album from Czechoslovakia. Michael Sell. Michael Sell, a Ritzman, a beautiful, beautiful Ritzman. It's called Quartet Yugoslavic Quartet. Um, Here, Michael Sell is on trumpet, and then you get Baron Conrad on soprano saxophone and bass clarinet, Bushi Niederberger on bass. I know this guy, beautiful, beautiful bassist. I like him very much. And then Frank Kolkes on drums. Frank Kolkes on drums. Beautiful album, these guys that I would really recommend for the free jazz lovers. Michael Sell. The 12th album is this one. I love this album. Ken Wheeler, around six. Ken Wheeler, around six. Oh, this album is flowing like this is free flow. This is beautiful. This is beautiful free jazz. Beautiful, beautiful free jazz in this European group. Here you get your Ken Wheeler on trumpet, Evan Parker on sopranos, tenor saxophone, JF, Jenny Clark on bass, one of my favorite bassists. And then you get your Edward Vesala on drums, one of my favorites also. Tom van der Geld on vibraharp. I'm not really familiar with Tom van der Geld. And then you get Aja Thelin on trombone, one of my favorite trombonists around European trombonists. Aja Thelin, if I pronounce his name very well. Beautiful album, this one, guys. It was recorded in 1978 by Manfred Eicher, one of the brilliant producers of free jazz, Manfred Eicher. Beautiful, beautiful ECM record, this one. If you are an ECM fan on free jazz, this is an album to get. The 13th album is this one also. Most people don't know this one. When I play it for them, they are like, oh, surprised that Jay Hogarth can play like this. They don't really associate him on free jazz, Jay Hogarth, and I tell him, this is something else. This is a beautiful album. It's called Mystic Winds, Tropic Breezes. Beautiful, beautiful album here, guys, that you can get for yourself. Yeah, oh, you know, it's those albums that I cannot even explain the feeling of this album. Here you get your Jay Hogarth on vibes and Cecil McBee on bass. You get Anthony Davis on piano. You get Billy Hart on drums. Don Moye on percussion, and Dwight Andrews on bass clarinet. Wilson Moorman on timpani. Beautiful album. This one, guys. I would really recommend it for free jazz lovers. Get yourself this one. Beautiful, beautiful album. And you get, is it number 13 or 14? This one is beautiful album that I love. This one also. I've been having this album for a number of years, over 20 years. Beautiful album, this one. And also, most of my friends are not familiar with this one until I played to them. By Paul Blee, John Gilmore, Paul Mostian, and Gary Peacock. It's called The Turning Point. Uh, this one, it was recorded in 1964. Beautiful album, this one. Paul Blee is on piano. John Gilmore, tenor saxophone, one of the brilliant tenor saxophonists, John Gilmore. He played with Sandra on most of the albums. Then you get Paul Motian on drums, Gary Peacock, one of my favorite bassists around, Gary Peacock on bass, and Bill Elgart replaces Paul Motian on drums on other tracks. Beautiful album, this one, guys. I really recommend it for free jazz lovers. It was recorded, released in 1975. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful album, this one. And number 15 is this one. I love this album, guys. I love this album. New Directions. Beautiful album. New Directions. This one is by John Abercrombie on drums and piano. and Jack DeJohnette, excuse me, Jack DeJohnette is on drums and piano, John Abercrombie on guitar and mandolin, Lester Bowie on trumpet, and you get Eddie Gomez on bass. One of my favorite bassists around, Eddie Gomez. Even Lester Bowie on trumpet. I mean, he played with Art Ensemble of Chicago. Lester Bowie is something else. Is something else. This album, I recommend it for free jazz lovers, guys. Uh, get yourself this album. Beautiful, beautiful, beautiful album. This one. Album number 16. This one. Enrico Rava. Enrico Rava. Brilliant, brilliant album. This one. It's called The Plot. I love this album, guys. I love this album. Like I said, these are not the best albums that I have, but it's the albums that are my go-to albums when it comes to free jazz. It's albums that I most of the time when I want to listen to free jazz, I normally go to them. I will play one or two out of the lot that I have, or 10 of them. I'll play whenever I play free jazz, when I'm in the mood for free jazz. This one is called The Plot by Enrico Rava, and he's with John Abercrombie on the electric and acoustic guitar, Pale Danielson on bass, one of my favorite bassists. Also, he played with a lot with Keith Jarrett and John Christensen. Also, he played a lot with Keith Jarrett and Jan Kabarek. Um, he's on drums. This one is on ECM also, recorded, released in 1977. Beautiful album. This one, I really recommend for free jazz lovers. It's called The Plot by Enrico Rava. Beautiful album. Album number 17 is this one. Who can leave Keith Jarrett behind? I mean, Keith Jarrett, I didn't even know which one to go with. I just took this one, but Keith Jarrett's albums are phenomenal. They are brilliant. So Keith Jarrett takes you to mainstream jazz, free jazz, to classic, whatever mood that you are into. You can just pick one out of Keith Jarrett's discography. Whichever mood you are in, Keith Jarrett will serve you well. So on this one is with Dewey Redman, one of my favorite tenor saxophonist or saxophonist. Uh, Keith Jarrett here is on piano, soprano saxophone, bass recorder, and Aussie drums. And Dewey Redman is on tenor saxophone and percussion. And Charlie Hayden is on bass, and Paul Motian on drums. This one it's an album that, if you are a Keith Jarrett fan, you should get yourself this one. Very emotional album. This one, I love this album. It's like that other one is called Eyes of the Heart by Keith Jarrett. Is those albums that goes deep, in my soul whenever I listen to them. And the next one is this one. How can I leave this one behind? I can't. Chris McGregor's Progression, brother of, Brotherhood of Bread. I mean, how can I leave this one behind, guys? I mean, I don't know how I would live with myself. This is an album when I listen to, guys. It takes me to South Africa and vice versa to America. It's just a beautiful, beautiful free jazz album. This one, guys, I would recommend it for yourself. Live at the Tulos, and it's got Chris McGregor on piano, Mike Osborne on alto saxophone. Oh, yeah, Mike Osborne is something else also. Very brilliant rhythmman. I follow his music very well. Duri Pukwana, oh, you know about Duri, I can't even say more. And Duri Pukwana on alto, Evan Parker on tenor saxophone. I mean, Evan Parker also is one brilliant free jazz artist. Bruce Grant on baritone sax. I'm not really familiar with Bruce Grant. I must follow him. Harry Beckett, one of my favorite trumpeters around. Very, very underrated. Harry Beckett on trumpet. Mark Sharrick also underrated, also on trumpet. Then you get Radu Malfatti on trombone, very beautiful, beautiful trombonist also, Radu Malfatti. Johnny Diani on bass. You know me with Johnny Diani, we are like this. Me and Johnny Diani, I'm telling you guys, that's my secret, but I'm now telling you my secret. Hermila on bass, one of the brilliant bassists around. And Louis Moholo, oh, last of the Blue Notes, that is still alive, that is still with us here in Cape Town. I'm not very far from him where he stays. I'm sure it's about, say, 20 k's apart from where he stays. I pray that he gets well, Louis Moholo. And the next one is this one, guys. It's called The Kill by Peter Kuhn Quartet. Beautiful, beautiful free jazz album, this one. I would really recommend it. I would really, really recommend it. Here he's got the likes of Wayne Habits on alto saxophone. Wayne Habits on piano, and William Park on bass. Dennis Charles, one of the brilliant drummer around. Dennis Charles on drums, and William Parker. Also you can't leave William Parker around. He's one brilliant bassist. Peter Kuhn is on B flat and bass clarinet. This album is brilliant, guys. For free jazz lovers, please get yourself this album. The next one, I lost count, guys, but there are 40. There are 40 albums. And this one is by Manfred Schoof. Brilliant, brilliant. I think it's British guy, Manfred Schoof. I stand to be corrected. Light Lines, beautiful album. This one, guys. I really recommend this album from Japo label. Here is with Manfred Schoof. Is on trumpet and flugelhorn. Then you get Michael Pilt on bass clarinet, one of the brilliant bass clarinetists around. Jasper van Hoff, brilliant, brilliant pianist. This one, I love him. On piano, electric piano, and organ. Gunter Lenz on bass, not really familiar with Gunter Lenz. Rolf Hapner on drums. Beautiful, beautiful album that I would recommend for yourself, guys, by Manfred Schoof. It's called Light Lines. How can I leave this one behind? This is a beautiful, beautiful album, guys, by Lester Bowie. It's called Hello Dolly. Beautiful, beautiful album. This one, guys. It's got a lot of brilliant, brilliant artists, free jazz artists. Lester Bowie is on trumpet, just to save time, and Julius Hemphill also on alto, John Stubblefield on tenor saxophone, Joseph Bowie, one of my beloved trombonists, also on trombone, Bob Stewart on tuba, a brilliant tuba player, John Hicks on piano, John Hicks, Cecil McBee on bass. How can you? There's nothing more to be saying about Cecil McBee. Has been around for years in a lot of albums. He's just brilliant. If you put Cecil McBee, Philip Wilson also is a beautiful, beautiful drama. Get yourself this one, guys, for the free jazz lovers. This one, it was released in 1987. Brilliant album. Then you get this one. How can I leave this one behind, guys? It's an album I cannot leave behind. Donik Lazaro. It's called Sweet Z. Donik Lazaro. Beautiful, beautiful free jazz artist, European free jazz artist. This one, and hey, it's a double album actually. A brilliant, brilliant box. Uh, Here he's got just to save time. He's got Tony Lazaro is on alto sax, and Toshinori Kondo is on trumpet, and then you get Tristan Hosinger on cello and voice. You get J.J. Avenel, one of the brilliant bassists around, European bassist. J.J. Avenel on bass. Beautiful, beautiful album. This one, I would really recommend this. With Carlos Zingara on violin and Raymond Boni also on guitar. Beautiful album, this one, guys, that I would really recommend this one for yourself. And it's got also George Lewis and Joel Leandre. George Lewis on trombone, Joel Leandre on bass and voice. This one is a beautiful album, guys. The double album. It's called Sweet Z. Get yourself this album. I think I'll stop here. It's 30 minutes. And the others, I will do them some other time. I still have a lot here that I didn't go through that I wanted to save. But anyway, time is not on our side. Some other time we'll talk. Tell me what you think, guys, and what you would save also on your side. And let's share these videos and subscribe and also comment on this channel. I'll talk about the others some other time. I think 30 minutes is enough, guys. Enjoy yourself. Let's see each other on the next one. Cheers.